Hi, it's Alexa here with I Am Woman. We are still celebrating women this month. It's been a wonderful, I feel like a couple of weeks of where we really highlight females, and we're going to continue this on all the way till April. I have with me Shandi, who's the owner of Strut Footwear, and we have a lot to actually talk about because there's a lot going on. Shandi, thank you for joining me. Let's talk a little bit about what just happened. You just reopened. Can you tell the audience what is going on at Strut right now?
Well, lots of big things are happening at Strut. First and foremost, thanks for having me. In January, we closed our store in the Mission Park Mall for 1 month, and we took over the space next to us and expanded into that and did a major renovation and refresh, and it looks so good. It feels like we quadrupled our space, not just doubled it. It's just bright and spacious and beautiful, and I'm so proud of it. And it just feels great to come into work every day and be in that beautiful space.
I haven't personally had a chance to stop by, but I know that your old store was pretty small, but you had lots of shoes. So does that mean you're carrying more products? Does that mean you're doing? I know that you also have some apparel, so like accessories and stuff. Is that what your hope is, to be able to bring more product in now, or?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. We don't want to lose the fact that the DNA of our store is a shoe store.
Yeah.
But now we have room to play a little bit more, to add the fun things in. Like I've acquired a couple more handbag lines, and of course jewelry is a big seller in our store, and apparel as well. We've got lots of beautiful spring dresses coming in. Yeah, so it's fun to just have room to display everything so nicely. We're not cramming and jamming like we were in our old space. We loved our old space, but we definitely had outgrown it a few years ago.
So I know a little bit what it's like to renovate a house. I can only imagine same kind of challenges, struggles going through a renovation and expansion, and you're doing it in a short period of time.
Yeah, that was the key. So we secured the location back in the summer, and at that point I went to my one and only contractor that I felt confident to work with. That was Brandon Henderson from Henderson Construction and Joanne Vio from Unlock Potential. And I rallied the troops and I said, would you please work on my store? And when they said yes, I knew we were in for a great ride. So we had lots of time between the summer and then closing at the beginning of January to get the plans, get the permits, order furniture. So really when we closed January 6th and reopened February 6th, everything fell into place, which I feel like is a huge miracle these days.
That's success.
And I really can't thank my construction and design team enough, and then my team at the store for putting everything back together and being able to open February 6th. So yeah, it's been a pretty busy time, but very special time as well, and just enjoying it now.
So you were celebrating 8 years. Yeah. That's so exciting. And can you tell everyone a little bit, you don't have that usual entrepreneurial, you were a teacher and a counselor before. Like what was your passion to move into being an entrepreneur and a shoe store?
Yeah, I think my love of shoes came at a very young age. I've always loved shoes and always had a lot of shoes, and always worked my outfits around shoes. And then my other love is obviously people, and being a teacher is a fabulous career, and then counseling as well. And then in 2014, when the teacher strike happened, I was at a crossroads, obviously, and I just felt like I needed to either be okay with the whole idea of being on strike or figure something else out. And when I dug deep and realized that this dream of one day having a shoe store might be a reality, I kind of went for it. And that's when it all started back in 2014. And here we are.
Growing.
Yeah.
So exciting. So I always thought that Kelowna really was not great for shoes. I
Mhm.
come from shoes too. That was one of my first jobs. I was a sales girl. I worked on commission and I sold shoes.
Oh, great.
And I would say in Kelowna, thank God for Strut because I don't know where people are buying their shoes. So, can you tell us a little bit about you're bringing in products from all over the world or shoes from all over the world? And I think sometimes people are like, "Oh my gosh, that's so expensive for a pair of shoes." But the quality, can you talk about like the quality of shoes that you're bringing in?
Yeah.
Um,
So first and foremost, I did not want to be cookie cutters. So what I bring into the store, I did not want people to be able to access at the next store down the way or
mhm,
easily on the internet. And so I've spent a lot of time curating my lines and figuring out what brands work. But quality is so important, and brands that stand behind their quality. So we have everything from Hispanitas to Wonders to Bueno to Atelier, lots in between. And so those might not be brands that you see everywhere, but what I love about them is they're handcrafted, made in, most of our lines are made in Europe by people and artisans who've been working at that craft for years and generations. And then to be able to bring those types of products to people just feels great. And I really like to, when a woman comes into our store to look for a pair of shoes, I would love for that pair of shoes to do many things. If she needs to be out the door by 7 a.m. and she's not getting home till 7 p.m., she's been in meetings, she's driven kids around, and can that one pair of shoes do that? I would sure hope so. And I don't think it needs to be about acquiring a zillion pairs of shoes, although some people that may be their goal, and that's fine. But I think it really is about quality and feeling great in those shoes, because when you wear the right pair of shoes, your gait is different, your confidence rises, and I think it really is such an important part of one's outfit and outlook.
I know. I think whenever, and maybe you can agree to this, there's been times where you've seen women, I mean, they're wearing a gorgeous outfit, but it's really if they wore the wrong shoe, it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it can kind of make or break sometimes outfits.
Yeah.
I even find that sometimes when I go to style myself, I'm like, oh, I actually don't have the right pair of shoes for this outfit.
Yeah, I know. And you see some people that are just dressed so beautifully, and you think, oh my gosh, I've got the pair of shoes that would go perfectly with that. And she knows when she has the right pair of shoes.
Yeah, you walk better, confident.
Yeah.
You have a strut.
You do have a strut. And I always say wearing a great pair of shoes down the street is like walking a cute puppy. People just stop you and need to know a little bit about where'd you get those shoes? Where are they from? How
Strut.
do they feel?
You got them from
You
Strut.
got them from Strut.
You're not just about growing and trying to build this like business. You give back in a lot of ways. So can you tell us a little bit about where you give back in our community?
Yeah, always has been a core value of mine to give back to the community, and I really feel like this community has poured into us as well. People in this community make a point of shopping local, and I feel like I have a responsibility to give back. And so our primary not-for-profit is the Central Okanagan Bursary and Scholarship Society, also known as COBS. And that comes back to my roots of being a teacher and a counselor, because COBS creates bursaries for local high school students moving on to post-secondary. And so I thought when we first opened the store, if I could just ask our customers to round their transaction up to the nearest dollar, we could put those pennies towards bursaries for kids going on to post-secondary, because it is so tough to pay for that tuition. I just thought I'd give it a try, and it has been so embraced by our customers. I'm still blown away. We've given away almost $40,000 in scholarships and bursaries, and this coming June we'll give out another $6,000. And I just feel so proud of that because our customers are on board. And sometimes before we even say it, our customers will say, oh, and you can round me up. Don't even ask, you can round me up. And I think we've really fostered a culture in our store of community, and makes me really proud.
Amazing. Well, it sounds like you have a lovely, like lots of lovely returning clients. So if you haven't checked out Strut, if you haven't been in, especially her new location, go check it out. But let's talk about spring. Spring is coming, and tell me all the good stuff. What are we seeing? What are our trends?
Oh, spring, it's so great because we are so, personally in the wintertime, I default to grays and blacks. And I feel like spring we can finally see the color. And when the boxes come in and we open up the boxes and the girls in the back are squealing a little bit. It's a lot of trend right now around the ballet flat.
Oh, I love a ballet flat. It takes me back to, I was a ballerina, but I don't dance anymore.
Oh, so good. And then the Mary Jane is so strong right now. The loafer, any which way, heeled, flat, lug loafer, anything in between, that's still a really strong trend. And of course, the sneaker. The sneaker is really fun right now because...
Is it a business sneaker? Is it more casual, or a bit of both?
I feel like there's a really great representation of a little dressier and then fun and casual and great colors. Red is a really strong color in sneakers this season. So we've got a new brand from the UK called Gola that I'm really excited about coming in, and it's fun color combos and greens and pinks and reds, suedes, different materials. And having said that, the white sneaker still prevails. Yes. And one of my staff was just in Europe in January, and she said the white sneaker was everywhere still. So it's just fun to see what's old is new again, and it's really cute because we all have people come in and see a Mary Jane, and it'll bring them back to their childhood.
Yeah,
these
Isn't
classic
it funny
styles.
How shoes will do that, or styles that come trends,
or clogs.
Yeah,
it's fun. So lots of bright colors this season. Lots of fuchsias and color combinations: fuchsia and red, or fuchsia and orange. Lime, turquoise, lots of beautiful colors. And chocolate brown is a big color this season. So yeah, it's just fun to have all these new things arrive and open them up and have a little giggle.
I know, and springtime is just, there's something about it.
Yeah.
You can wear, that's when you can really wear a variety of different shoes, from sneakers to flip-flops to a nice sandal to a cocktail heel. I'm excited. Spring is around the corner. Shandi, to close, can you tell us, is there a woman in your life or women in your life that you had looked up to or you mentored? Or is it just changes as you go?
I mean, there's a lot of people in my life, a lot of women in my life that I look up to. I think it started with my mom. And she was always a fashionista way back when, and has a heart of gold. And she's the one who really taught me how to put community first and give back to your community. And so I would say it all started with my mom.
I love that. All right, so go see Shandi at her store. You can't really see, but it's beautiful. Thank you for being part of our I Am Woman publication. And thank you for taking your time, and get out there and get your spring shoe shopping done.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching.